Hello lovelies! Recently I have been blogging a whole lot more, so go and check those blog posts out. And one of them that you guys really enjoyed was where I opened up about my Instagram feed and I told you the truth behind my pretty photos. So I'm going to be going through a bunch of my Instagram photos and I'm going to tell you a little bit about what the truth is behind those photos. Okay, so this photo I included in my blog, but I feel like I can go into a little more detail. I went on an amazing little weekend away with my boyfriend. The two of us didn't really take a whole lot of photos that weekend. We just wanted to chill out as people do on weekends. As we were about to leave and everything was packed, I suddenly realized that there was no photo to show that I was there because a holiday doesn't exist unless a photo is taken for some reason. So I said to Andrew, look, we really need to take a photo, and he said, do we really? We need to get on the road. And I put my foot down and pulled the "it's my job" card. I feel really embarrassed about that, telling you guys, it's my job, I need to take photos, or you need to take photos of me, as if I'm having a really great time, even though I'm all over the place, I haven't slept very well that weekend, and I'm up really early and just generally pissed off. So Andrew, being Andrew, such a lovely guy, decided to help me out, and he took a photo of me. My hair is so scraggly. I dare you to zoom in and actually see. Like, it looks so perfect from that distance, but it wasn't that great. A lazy attempt of getting likes, I must admit, me just standing there facing a beautiful valley. So yeah, that was weird. Okay, this one is really cute and I actually had a lot of fun with it, but it did not happen like this. So even though it looks like this cute little in the moment time that I'm having with my puppy and my hair essentials, it was kind of more like a, popcorn, come back, sit down, here's a treat, sit, no, come back, oh, you look so cute there, why didn't I take the photo, oh, there's a photo, oh, now it's blurred, and it just like carried on like that, and you know, 2 hours later, I finally had a photo that I could post. Okay, this was a really weird one. I went away for a week once by myself because I had to finish up a writing project. And I got approached by a company called Badoo, they're an app, and they asked me to take an Instagram photo, and I was like, sure, I've got a lot of time on my hands. I would love to procrastinate my writing. I had no photographer though. Andrew wasn't there. Luckily, I had a camera and a tripod, but it was really strange because I was at like this retreat guest house / meditation / yoga place. Like, it's one of the most spiritual places in South Africa. There's like shrines and everybody's just being silent and everything's just very like holy. And there I was in my one-piece costume, and I remember it was quite cold. I don't think it was that warm at this time of year. And so me just sitting in my costume like that was a bit weird. It took me so long to get the right photo. I tried absolutely everything. Do you know how hard it is to take a photo of your whole body and a phone with like details on the phone? It was me sort of sitting on the edge of a pool, trying not to fall in, looking at an app on my phone. But anyway, you know, great photo. It got a few likes, and hopefully Badoo got a few more sign-ups, and you know, it was just like an average day's work for me. It's strange to think that something like that is average. This photo is me attempting to look like this photo. And I'm not the best at like arranging my body specifically. I'm a really terrible dancer. I just don't like understand my limbs. So luckily I had my friend Jenna with me to try and like put my body in the place that it needed to be. And I remember sitting there like that, my core was in pain and I was concentrating so hard. I mean, that look of seriousness on my face is more like a look of, oh my god, don't move, oh my god, don't move, oh my god, don't move, because we'd finally got my body into that position and I'm really twitchy and fidgety, and it was just like one of the most hard things that I've ever had to do in front of a camera. And there we are, there's the photo. You know, it's kind of cool, kind of artistic, but all I could see is me sitting there and trying not to fall off the bloody chair. Oh gosh, you know, I was going through my feed and I actually think that a lot of my photos are actually not too bad. I mean, I've gone to some really cool places and sometimes I take photos and they're not really fake or set up, they're just nice. This photo caught me for a moment because I was like, yeah, that was obviously, wait, no, that wasn't me obviously just in a moment. That was not. That was set up completely. So we went to this really nice place in Ireland called the Ballynahicny. Sorry, I do not know how to pronounce Irish things. It's like a hotel, and there was this amazing breakfast spread, and I was so hungry and so happy that I completely forgot about my phone. And suddenly I realized, you know, I really need to take a photo, or what a missed opportunity if I don't set something up. So I looked around the room and I found that there was a table free, and I said, Mom, let's like bring some of the things like the teapot and her coffee, and let's go and sit there and pretend that we've just had like a really nice date. And the weird thing about it is I know my mom and I are not talking to each other. I'm literally just like laughing and getting her to laugh too, because when you laugh it looks like you're in a moment that's just been captured, but you're actually just putting it on. And I'll show you exactly what happens. You just sit there and you go, okay, time to laugh. You know what I'm saying? You put on an act, and that's what that was. I must admit, I really like this one. It's awesome, but I know for a fact that I am not in meditation, so I feel like it's kind of pretentious. And I also know that I was probably freaking out because I'm so close to the edge. I don't even know how Andrew let me do such a thing. This is not me being zen, this is me being a daredevil. So here I am, sitting in sinking sand, which is actually a very dangerous thing to do. Anywho's, here I am, sitting there, shitting myself. This is the part where I'm trying not to laugh because, I mean, look at the photo. There I am, freaking out, and I'm saying to everyone that everyone should try this amazing sinking sand mud bath. It's amazing. Whereas meanwhile, I'm just like, I might die. And I'm smiling there in utter fear. That is a fear smile. To round this up, I did a talk with teenagers this week. It was really, really interesting because these kids were all admitting to the fact that when they go on social media, they go on because they want to feel happy, but they end up feeling not as happy as they were before they went on, because they're seeing things and they're constantly being bombarded with other people's happy and other people's achievements. And I think it's a matter of just checking in with ourselves and checking in with who we follow. Do you really need to be following that person who reminds you perhaps of your own insecurities or failures? I mean, that's an example for me. Sometimes I will go through my feed and I will be reminded of a failure. I see a lot of people who are YouTubers and a lot of people who are bloggers. Of course I follow them because that's my industry. And of course, some of the time when I see their amazing posts and I feel like I'm not there, or I'm not good enough, or I haven't made it, I mean, it's not cool. So sometimes I need to just like remind myself that I don't need to be seeing this, and it's not really that important that I know what everyone's up to all the time as well. Because if it's affecting my reality, my day, me sitting here in Cape Town, if something that is happening to somebody on the other side of the world and the way that they've decided to share that with me is making me feel shit, it just seems unnecessary. It just seems like a whole lot of me digging myself into this hole of feeling awful. Like, why would I do that to myself? So, I mean, if you feel the same way, which you probably might do, then unfollow the people or take a social media sabbatical. We need to just remember that what we see is not real. So just remember that. Just keep that in mind the next time you scroll on Instagram. And, you know, if you feel like following someone like me who sometimes posts photos that are a bit not real, but more often than not tries to keep it as authentic as possible. And I promise from now on, whenever I do post a photo, I'm gonna be much more authentic with my captions, I've decided. Then follow me. I'll put my Instagram handle here, and yeah, I'll be seeing you soon. Thank you so much for watching, and thanks so much for reading my blog posts. It's been super, super fun. Thank you. Okay, see you soon. Bye. Totally out of rhythm, totally awkward, totally Theo.